You are listening to Maximum Pew Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Maximum Pew Pew follows continuous storylines and are meant to be enjoyed from the beginning. This episode follows the Dead Sons storyline and may contain spoilers for the Dead Sons adventure path published by Paizo Incorporated. Gameplay segments may contain mature themes and adult language. In this episode, the party is hunted by a mysterious beast before confronting a devourer cultist. So when last we left our adventure, we were traipsing through the wilderness of Castrovel in pursuit of a group of individuals who had presumably kidnapped a scholar from the university named Solstrani. You guys have made it about 2 days worth of travel into the wilderness. Have dealt with several issues along the way. Most recently, there was I was going to say avalanche, but that's the wrong word. Stampede.
A lot of problems with my character, not knowing how to operate in the outdoors. What is this outside thing?
That happens sometimes.
So there was a stampede of Yariks that you had to deal with. There were these kakarikis, these simian-like jerks that kept harassing you.
They made me real unhappy.
And on top of that, the capstone having to deal with this Vircinia plant, sort of a carnivorous foliage that had taken over this particular area with this watchtower here. When we last left, I believe everyone decided that they were going to camp out on top of this obelisk. Getting access to it was pretty good. And it was nice because it got you above most of the tree line. And on a clear night, you have a really good view of the stars above Castrovel.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, and it's hard to say what the original purpose of this obelisk was, but considering how it is above the tree line and how you do have a very good, sight line of the stars, that it could have been used as some type of observatory, potentially. So everyone has had a good night's sleep, and they wake up the next day. Now, again, it's been a while since we played last. The weather conditions are not the greatest. It can get really, really hot, and you guys have been sort of sparingly using your environmental protections on your suits, as well as using various camping utilities to try to maximize
mobile
those.
hoteliers.
We figured that we would be able to make it there and back if we utilize our tents during the hottest part of the day, and that way we're only actually traveling using our environmental protection for 4 hours a day.
Okay. So
I am tracking our rations and our tents.
So let me...
Okay.
So we'll retcon that a little bit, because I seem to recall that you guys were traveling in the evening, and it was getting closer and closer to day, but we kept hitting encounter upon encounter.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
So we'll say that, you set up the mobile hoteliers up here on the obelisk, just because it's fairly safe. You don't have to worry about critters getting to you. You've got high ground. Once sunset kind of falls and it gets cooler for you to be able to travel, at that point you'll kind of realize you can start to see some of the first evening stars, in which case are going to be, most of the brighter planetoids in the system. You can start to see those very clearly, and you figure this would be a really good opportunity to see all the stars if you could hang out at night and do that. So,
we can look and walk. Pretty.
Yeah, but we're going back into the woods, so...
Yeah, that's the...
Maybe when this is over.
Take a photo sphere, and then...
When this is all over, we'll hang out on the obelisk for a night on the way back, something like that. We'll be alright.
One night on obelisk and the... Okay, never. So... Alright, so for you guys to travel, we're going back to our survival checks. So you can either try to track these individuals that you're chasing down. It's a little bit easier to do, but you're not going to cover as much ground. Alternatively, you can grab the maps and your journal entries and just do straight up orienteering. It's a bit more difficult.
Oh, no, I think we're going to continue with the orienteering, and because I haven't beat you yet.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, orienteering. Here we go.
Okay. Either way, I'm going to roll survival. Yeah, you can help if you want.
I'm going to assist.
What was the bonus from that?
I got a 23 orienteering.
Okay. So
look up that
23 orienteering is going to be sufficient. What you got?
Yeah, he needs
deciding to compete.
24 before ads.
Okay.
Before bonuses.
Look at that! Look at that!
Look at that.
It's like, wrong way. This way, as I duck under something that you hit your head on.
If we take a step to the left, it's way faster, jerk face.
With the kit. Oh, no.
So you move you progress a full day, and you estimate about 12 miles.
Sweet.
So just, you see the tracks, but you're not reliant upon the tracks. And, you can kind of use the tracks, too, as sort of a...
So if I remember, they had like weird
source.
storage tanks with them, and then we found that they were releasing these giant spore plants, right?
Yeah, so they had released these spores that kind of...
made the animals act weird.
Right,
Okay.
at least the Yariks.
That was on purpose to get them
slow
to
you
attack
down.
slow us
Right,
Yeah.
all right.
You'll also recall
Someone
that,
shot at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like a Bugs Bunny level elaborate plan.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So, I mean,
They bought from Acme.
they didn't technically shoot at you. They did shoot one of the Yariks, and that did cause a stampede.
Same difference. Same difference.
You're not wrong.
Right. It's a matter of whether are you going to kill us, or are you going to arrange for everything else to kill us?
A little bit of both.
I mean, if you have one bullet,
And then I unloaded a static repeater Gatling gun on them, and it was amazing.
I hope it helps them sleep at night. Because I won't.
Is a fairly uneventful day.
Sweet.
So, would you like to make more survival checks?
I did not do good that time.
It's okay. 24.
There we go.
24.
No
All right.
assistance.
Okay.
24 is enough to get you.
That's a 22 orienteering. Hooray.
He beat you.
I know.
Again, he was all like, no bug. One step to the left gets us there faster.
I'm new to this.
Look. We covered all this. I'm trying to teach you. Just
I'm upset
try to
because
keep up.
I'm upset
trying.
because the child beat me yesterday and was more accurate than me, and so today I was just like, maps are stupid.
So are you.
I'm just going to follow tracks.
I like it.
Dumb.
Yeah, just if you want to get there, follow the halfling tracks. It'll be fine.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if we have the med kit for that burn.
Yeah.
Do we?
We don't have facilities for such long-term care.
We have spray flush. We're good.
Okay, well, you might want to use some of that.
So as you're breaking camp down, everyone make me a perception check.
20.
I'm only vaguely aware that I'm in the woods right
15.
now.
15,
20.
16. What? 2? Okay. So,
My die roll.
so yeah, everybody but Ion,
Are we in the woods right now?
yeah, is going to catch a glimpse of this creature.
Oh my god.
That's gross.
Kind of
But I like it.
keeping its distance, not very stealthy at all, but you get the impression that you are probably being
Put a
hunted.
little cutting edge
It's
on
about
that for you.
Yeah, it's about 100 feet away. So I mean, it wasn't close. But it was like
It's making
red,
mating
orange,
calls
and yellow
and
on
like
green.
ripping
So this-
trees
this
down.
is
I'm all like,
Seems
I'm
like
like,
a horse-sized hyena with tentacles for heads and a Dimetrodon fin.
yes.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate.
Oh, it's a nightmare beast. Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, you would need knowledge nature to
Knowledge, life
That is
science.
life science.
Yeah,
I did
so-
not
I can
have
roll
life
that.
science.
So life
Oh,
science
yeah.
will tell you a bit more about these things if you solve them. I'm sure they'll point like
They're not being particularly
Wow.
stealthy or anything.
12 for life
Life
sciences.
science.
Um,
It might not be enough.
I'm so confused.
Isn't it 10 plus
I don't
the
know what I was
CR
trying to write there. I'm thinking
for
it's
common,
10
and
based on
this
the
is where
numbers I
this thing
left
is
there.
from.
Probably.
15
So,
for
like I
life
said, I
science.
don't. It
so
might not be enough.
15 will get you there. You can
rolled
identify
one.
this
I can't
thing
help
as a
that.
ksarik. Ksaric.
Do you point it out at some point? You're like, look at that ksarik over
Look
there.
at that ksarik over there.
I'm like, oh snap! I didn't even see that thing. It's like 3 feet from me.
What would you like to recall about ksariks?
How much does he know?
You get one piece of information.
One.
You're familiar. You saw it in a
Wikipedia ad.
Social security
Yeah.
number.
It's useful information, I think, is the wording of the skill.
It's useful.
Yeah, if we want to
so the
steal its
last
identity.
3 on his
In this nature
MasterCard is
Got one night, got real drunk and watched National Geographic.
Ksaariks are cool. Can I guess get resistances? I suppose if it has any.
Sure. So I'll give you defensive abilities. You know that they have a small amount of fast healing, and that they have plant immunities. These are technically like so. Okay.
Sentient plants,
so
'cause
these
that
things
makes us so
are
much better.
12-foot long quadrupeds with writhing, feeding tendrils and leaf-like cells on the backs. They've evolved on Castrovel mindless mobile plants that sprouted seedlings within corpses. In recent decades, however, the plants have begun hunting in packs, preternaturally adopting their competitors' strengths. Some suspect that Ksariks developed this ability after exposure to psychic fallout from the now concluded war between Lashunta and Formians.
Great.
Huh.
So that means that this one is going to be hunting us with sass.
Yes.
Also, anybody, it's free game.
Oh, all right.
So, this thing, it's certainly interested in your presence and doesn't really care that it's being spotted right now. It's about 100 feet away.
Hold on.
So
You
it's
said
probably not
axe?
aggressive.
They recently, like recent studies in behavior have shown that they are starting to form packs, but originally,
Okay.
upon their
So we see
discovery-
one
So like this
100
is
feet
the,
away, which
this
means
is
the
this is the-
Velociraptor is about to jump out from
Right.
behind
This is the
us.
one wolf you see that tells you how screwed you are because you can't see the rest of them.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we in the middle of these woods right here?
Well, we're not in an encounter right now unless you're making it.
We
one.
can be.
Here's what I'm saying.
Now,
Here's what I'm saying. Our perceptive people, not me, should keep their head on a
Perception's
spin,
open.
a
Yeah.
little twirly whirl. Keep your eyes out, your ears open, and let's just walk casually as if we're not going to get attacked by a pack of plant wolves, tentacle plant wolves.
12-foot
And
tentacle plant wolf.
until we think we are, and then let's open living ever hell on these woods.
Okay, so you're just going about your business, but
Yeah.
keeping an eye on. Okay, you guys want to go ahead and make your survival checks for the day?
You know what's going to happen is we're going to encounter something
will
for real,
assist you.
and then these
Okay.
things are going to jump out because they've been following us for 3 days. Are you assisting me?
I got a 25.
I have
And that's the orienteering
a.
because kit.
I also have a 25.
24.
Hey,
So you
Yeah,
guys-
you're like this
That's with
way,
my plus-
and we
that's with
we
his
both
help.
go doink. No.
no. I'm learning.
I'm like, you guys are learning.
You taught me well.
They can be taught.
You're going at a good pace, so we won't have to make any more checks for the rest of today. As the day progresses, this creature starts becoming a little bit more bold. Like it's given up all pretenses of stealth at this point.
Okay, do we want to end
It's
that?
getting a little bit closer than the original 100 feet that you guys had estimated. It's it's beginning like instead of having like this sort of like sleek, sort of taut, like the tentacles back and everything, trying to keep a lower profile. The feeding tentacles are wriggling a bit more. It's starting to make these gurgling noises.
My brother had anime that started like this. We need to kill that thing.
Kill that thing or make it a pet. Either or. I feel like the pet thing might be a little difficult, but it's an option.
So yeah, it's certainly getting curious. And this is only several hours after you've broken down camp. But it's certainly getting curious about you guys. Hasn't done anything outwardly aggressive yet.
Does anybody speak tentacle plant beast?
I do not.
I speak rifle.
I
don't know what
also
language a
speak
tentacle
rifle.
plant beast
I speak
speaks.
laser rifle and not laser rifle. I speak all the multicolored varieties
a
of
rainbow
rifle.
of rifles.
Yes.
Like a friendship on a friendship cannon of rifles.
Yes.
Is that the?
It's the Care Bear firing squad.
It's like like a flock of geese, a friendship of rifles. The murder
So what
of
do you call a
crows.
group of tentacle plant beasts?
A penetration of.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Roll initiative. It's going down.
Well, it's not done anything actively.
So I slowly unsling my laser rifle, and I say, "Hey guys, I wonder how that creepy thing that's following us for a day will respond if I shoot it in the tentacle face with this laser rifle."
I'm sure to respond real well.
And then I give it a good 3 count. If no one says, "Please don't do that," I'm going to shoot it in the face with a laser rifle.
If it is a pack, that might be bad.
Well, I also kind of feel like springing the trap on our terms is better than springing the trap on their terms.
Life sciences, perception, any of those.
Let's try life
18
science.
perception.
19 perception.
27.
18 for life science.
You are all fairly certain this has been the same one that's been stalking you, just because of the patterns on the skin, as well as maybe you can spot maybe a previous battle scar someplace that's a bit unnatural.
So this is like the survivor of a pack.
Well,
This one might not have formed a pack yet.
I mean, imagine a scenario where you've got like 6 identical kittens, but you can identify one because of the fur's matted a different way, or the ear does something weird. Like there's just some sort of natural.
Oh, look, one of the tentacles floop over like this, and it's so cute.
Well, do we want a pet or do we want dinner?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure killing a sentient plant and eating it isn't quite a salad or quite a steak. It's probably just gross.
Okay, allow me to rephrase the options. Do we want a pet or do we want something dead?
You know what?
It'd be cool to have a pet if that is the viable option.
I feel like that's
On the
going
plus
to
side,
quickly go down.
as long as it's there, we know nobody else is following us.
That's true.
This is true. All right. So I will not shoot it
Yet.
But
But
I will
definitely
keep my
gonna
weapon. I will
I
keep my
feel like
weapon
being
unslung.
ready to
Everybody
attack
just walk
just
around
in
with their
case.
weapons.
Right, like you do.
Yeah, like we
Yeah,
do.
This one does.
I mean, we're in a jungle. I've seen Predator way too many times not to walk around with my weapon out.
God, isn't that the truth?
We could just shoot some bonies and leave it a gift.
Yeah, let's do that. Pew 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 pew. They're dead. And then we keep walking.
shoot some what?
Shoot some bunnies and leave it a gift.
Do they have bunnies on Casterville?
I mean,
I'm sure they're probably 12 foot tall and have 12 fangs coming out of the foreheads and just eat dinosaurs. But
Okay,
I'm
so
sure.
do we want to fight a bunny rather than?
But
that?
they had
I feel
cows
like-
back there, so
Literally, what the first animal we see, we're just going to shoot it, unless it's colossal and scary.
give me
Small
life
woodland
science,
creature?
survival, something to like.
I'm lost.
14 survival.
Can I roll perception? No, that's survival. Never mind.
What'd you have? 14. Okay,
18 life science, if that'll help.
between those two, we'll say you're able to find some type of like herbivore
Okay.
that's just kind of chilling out
yeah.
and like curious. Oh, what's going on? Bam! Just
Castellovian deer.
That's what we call
Boom!
easier prey.
Yeah.
This might turn out like trying to feed a baby, but
No. See, it's
We'll
going
find out.
So on the way back, we'll have to fight it and its corpse babies.
so you shoot it. It kind of spooks the creature a little bit. It doesn't go too far away. If you decide to sit and observe, you'll find that it kind of sniffs at it, pokes and prods and nibbles at it, but it's not as interested in it as it is you.
All right. Well, then we're going to keep walking.
Then we're going to find a really good defensible ambush point.
Yeah, we are.
You guys travel for a few more hours. There's a moment when everyone's just kind of, maybe just let their guard down just for a moment. Doesn't take long after just several hours of being cognizant of this threat. So Cyna, does a 14 hit your kinetic?
No.
Okay. So as you're walking around, there's a sudden whiz, like just a sound of something at high velocity going past your head, probably like a good 2 feet. Like it wasn't, very close, and it embeds in a tree trunk in front of you, probably to a depth of about an inch, and it looks like this thorn. Probably about, maybe about 4 inches long, and an inch of it, the sharp part, is embedded into this tree trunk.
Okay, this is going to be reflex. Basically, a drop to the ground and gun out, pointing at whoever just shot or whatever just shot at me.
Well, you hear kind of a noise that this creature has made as it kind of gallops back off into the woods for a while. Does anybody want to examine this thorn?
Yeah.
This will be natural science. I'll actually let survival.
Natural science? You mean
Life
physical?
science.
Life science.
Life science,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
I don't do very good on survival.
28 life science.
There we go.
28. Okay.
Yeah, that's better than my survival roll.
So
You're
this definitely
I'm just
looks
not
like
good at outside.
it was some type of dart that this creature could fire. As you examine it a bit further, you find out something else about this creature. These darts are used to administer these
Paralytic.
it's spores
Oh.
used mostly for
So it just injects its babies at you from a distance.
pretty much.
That's
So
awful.
it's less a paralytic and more a
I don't like being paralyzed.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm glad it was you. I already had like void babies in me once. It was awful.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
I remember
this
that.
like, what is it with people trying to,
Impregnate us.
breed with us the bad way?
Yeah. Yeah. That's not the way this is
At
supposed to
least
work,
buy us
plant
dinner
monster.
first.
Beating armor class is not consent.
God.
so what you know about
That's a quote.
so what you know about
another
these spores,
t-shirt.
since you know quite a bit of it now that you've sort of like assessed this and know more about the carrion spores disease,
Oh God.
is that it is a injury disease. It follows the physical track. When an affected creature reaches the comatose state, a number of diminutive ksarik seedlings burrow out of its flesh and wriggle away. This ends the disease and deals piercing damage for each ksarik seedling that comes out.
Yeah, you called it carrion spore. That's all I needed to know about it to know it wasn't good. It wasn't like fluffy fun time spore.
No. So you do know that for these seedlings to, grow, that they do need kind of a living host, which might suggest why it wasn't too terribly interested in the dead thing that you provided it for food.
It's not looking for food.
Great.
Looking for places to put its babies.
So I feel like a new spell I've learned might help us with this.
Get rid of babies.
Remove
Prophylactic.
No. Micropod assault. It's a swarm of robots. Gives us harrying fire and covering fire.
Oh.
It makes it easier to hit it and harder for it to hit us.
I like
That's
that.
way cool.
Those
Nice.
are pretty cool.
They are nice.
All right.
So that is what you know about that thorn. It's probably a good thing that it missed you.
So
Does
if
it?
we want to,
Do these spores go inactive after a period of time?
So you can fight it with fortitude saves.
What I'm asking is if we roll up on these bad guys we're tracking, if I can shank one of them with it
So
in case they get away. Enjoy that. Enjoy
what you
that.
know about the disease is that the physical disease track, like
Matt's in favor of that.
from healthy to comatose, is normally like 5 steps down the line. Mm-hmm. You know that
so it's going to suck until then.
the frequency is 1 per day, which means that if someone's really unlucky with saves, they would probably have less than a week before these things grow out of them.
Oh, man.
I mean,
And how far away are we away from civilization?
yeah.
5 days, 60 miles.
Yeah, it's a circle of life and everything, you know.
I'm not carrying it though. You can have your own plant babies because I'm not volunteering for that.
I just want to make sure. I mean, like, is it a giant thorn or is it like just little tiny?
It was about 4 inches long.
So it's like a paring knife.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much conical. It had a few barbs on it because that's how nature works.
Oh yeah, see if it has barbs on it, I'm not touching it because that's how you get plant babies inside you.
Why are my fingers sprouting roots?
I don't understand.
You know that, like, it would take a deep injury for you to, like, you want to.
I mean, that's what the scientists say, but they probably wrote that book inside and not out here like playing with its
Looking at the
spores.
thorns.
Yeah,
You want to try to weaponize this.
yeah.
Okay. I will tell you that you could probably extract this from the tree with, like, pliers or some other engineering tools with relative ease. But because we're talking about spores that are probably being incubated inside of this creature before they are
Right.
ejected,
It's not
that it would
necessarily-
probably be viable for about a day before all you have is just a 4-inch spike.
I'm not worried about it. I was just trying to ruin someone's day. But I don't want to just use this on a random animal because then we'll have to fight like a whole pack of these things on our way back, and I'm not trying to do that.
Okay.
That finding a pack.
I'm gonna
of these
just
sounds
shoot.
like a
I'm gonna
literal
just shoot the
nightmare.
thorn with a laser.
A swarm
burn it up.
of ksarik babies. Yeah, ksarik baby swarm.
Let's not fight that.
Yeah, let's just walk away.
With all their many.
On the plus side, the
needle
plant
light.
type, and being a swarm, a flamethrower would be juicy.
Oh,
Would be.
juicy would be the word.
Can you cast summon flamethrower?
No.
What good are you?
Well, fine. You can fly the ship, you damn self.
It would be nice if we had a ship.
I can do that, not very
be
well,
allowed
but
to
I can
have
do
one
that.
here.
I know.
So that's where we are right now. It kind of ran off once it tried its little hit and run. You don't see it anywhere right now. I mean, you could try to track it down if you felt like it, but
I'm not worried about it.
Let's.
Let's just keep going.
okay.
It's just flirting with us.
You continue.
You know, if they want to flirt, flowers.
That's that's
a movie.
that flirt is kind of like putting a roofie in someone's drink and saying, "I'm just flirting with you." You are not.
Right, and then you
are
wake
not.
up pregnant with
Yeah.
like 12 babies.
Yeah, you're not. You're creepy. You're a terrible person.
Right.
12's conservative. It's usually 11 to 20,
This is
Right.
the guy that sends you unsolicited
Oh,
pictures.
11
of
to
himself.
20.
depending
Right.
on your D10 roll.
All right, let's
Yay, puppies.
Let's.
So do we want to just kind of spring an attack on this thing and make it stop existing, or
no.
Stop
We're going to stop
existing.
being here.
Yes.
And then when it comes back, we'll be like, "Where'd them dudes go?"
Is there a possible way to maybe use terrain to our advantage, do the trope of crossing a river or something to
Yeah, hiding our
To-
tracks,
to-
spreading our scent, whatever.
cover up our scent?
Sure.
Especially if we're all in our armor and we're, breathing contained air.
Right,
and whatnot.
environmentally.
Yeah,
protected.
absolutely. So, if you guys want to make some type of a stealth check,
I was going for survival, but we want to
well, I mean,
stealth.
so what your
seven.
goal is to try to throw this creature off.
Right, and I would
on-
like to guide the group in doing this,
Okay.
to basically compensate for the clumsiness of
We
it.
will all just assist.
Well,
Right,
the
yeah.
thing is, you're going to have to make
There's
your
one
own.
person here that can do stealth checks.
All right.
Okay, so here's the thing. I've made a perception check for this thing.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 28.
28. I will say that is
Oh, I'm sorry, I got a 17. I lied.
17. Okay. I'll count that as 2 successes.
Do you know what the armor check is on Lashunta Ringwear?
Is it ringwear 1 or 2?
2.
It is -2.
Okay. So it just cancels out my dexterity bonus.
Yeah, so let's hear a stealth check from you.
That's 5.
5? Okay.
You like cut your hand open and smear it all over everything, and you're all like, "It won't find us this way."
It'll never
Smack
sniff us
that
out.
hand and just pick him up.
Yeah, try as you might, you
then
still
I
can't
trip
seem
and fall.
to
Shake it.
shake this thing for
That's
various
cool.
reasons.
For various reasons. Because everyone in the room is
We
staring
have
at me.
multiple reasons.
There are a couple of
Why
reasons
didn't you
why.
clean that armor after you took it off that corpse?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Actually, we'll say that you thought you've done a really good job. However,
As I
Maia,
break every tree branch I'm walking through.
Maya, does a 19 hit your kinetic?
No.
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 So that probably bounces ineffectually off your armor.
I have
And
a 22 in my kinetic. So that
yeah,
I
even
make up for my stealth
flat-footed,
check with
it kind of bounces off and sort of deflects off, kind of
All right,
freaks you
that's
out
it. We're
there
shooting
from
the
a-
thing.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
done.
it runs off again, so I'll allow you guys to try the stealth. One more time.
Here's okay.
I feel like I'm just going to lay in action.
17, same thing.
Okay.
29.
a little better. I got an 11. Better than 5.
21.
All right, so you guys got 2 successes. It did much better on its perception, so it's still not.
Okay.
Quite
Is
there.
there a way for us to prepare, and when it shows up, I shoot it?
I mean, that said I was readying that spell. Let me go get chips.
You guys have been purposefully trying to be stealthy, at least for this period of time, so not really. While you're trying to discuss ways to deal with this thing, you all will actually make me a perception check.
Oh, something I can actually get.
17.
3.
Oh, 10. I rolled a 1. That is
Cyna's just
unbelievable.
mad at this thing.
I also rolled a 1.
This thing is pissing.
I made the
We'll say,
character sheet change the
17
number of the
top.
die if it's a 1 or the highest number on the die. It is a giant red square. A little tiny red square that says 1.
I like it.
It's beautiful. I love this character sheet. It needs a lot of work, but it do work.
Okay. Yeah, you're still able to see it stalking, and it's getting kind of close to the time of day where you'll want to
Sleep.
close up shop.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to find a good place to hunker down. We're going to set up our tents.
You're in sniper mode. We're just going to have overlapping fields of fire, and
Yeah.
we're going to wait for it.
Yeah, and then we're just going to wait for it, and then when it shows up again, even remotely, we just going to unload hell on this thing.
Would you like a swarm of robots to assist you?
If there's only one, save it in case we fight more than one thing.
I've got... How many do I have? I have 3. I have 3 second level spells.
Um,
And the other second level spell I have is recharge.
and it
so
gives
it's
us
probably
what?
double.
A +2 to fire
It
and
is
a
a
-2
+2
to its
hit
AC.
it. It's a +2 to hit it, and it's a
-2 to its
hit
AC.
you.
Okay.
And the thing is that lasts as long as I concentrate on it. Plus 1 round.
I mean, can you ready an action pre-initiative roll?
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Well, we'll
We can set up for maybe a surprise round against it.
Yeah.
I mean, this will play
And
out.
then I can use my surprise round to cast that and give you guys some help.
Yeah.
I just gotta then not get hit.
Well, this is how it will play out. If you've got a place where you think will be a good encampment, you can take shifts setting up camp and, keeping the area covered. It'll attempt to harass you once. Once you start opening fire on it, it runs off. And you basically get through the rest of the day without it harassing you again.
Okay.
All right.
So that's kind of the end of the day.
So it's
Well,
become
good.
it's become a harassment rather than a
As
combatant.
I'm just going to pace around camp all day, pissed off at it.
Yes. So as you get done with your
Sleepy times.
sleepy times, we won't do the check just yet. You'll find that like the creature isn't present, which is kind of unusual.
Since it's followed us for days.
Well, for a day, like just kind of harassed you for a day. It followed you for a while, but it hasn't. It's not following you right now.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and get survival checks for you guys for making your progress.
You are assisted.
I got a 30.
30.
Oh.
I got a 21.
Well, I mean,
So Cyna is pissed off and is still muttering about that stupid plant monster, and consequently, she got a 10.
wow. You are extremely distracted and frustrated.
I keep looking for it.
And instead of you were spending way more time looking for rattling of branches and leaves versus the map and the tracks ahead of you, to a certain extent, where certain party members are having to call for you, a little whistle,
A little whistle for the little one.
Cyna, where are you going?
Don't make me shoot your
Do you
kneecap.
see something like
Don't make
at
me shoot
first,
your
they
kneecap.
believe that you legitimately see something, which is why you're going off the trail
Right.
until they realize that today's just not a good day for you. And then they're just,
Mad
and
that
then
it
it just
got away.
digresses to all right, over here.
She's too angry to be embarrassed right now.
That's fine.
Okay, so you guys travel for a little while. A few hours in, make me a perception check.
12.
Oh, rolled a nat 20. 29.
Okay.
That would be a 28.
I have a 20.
Cool. We'll say 20 and above in this case because you hear just a raspy voice.
Please have my babies.
You just hear this.
I shoot
Yes.
it.
I would love to.
You hear this raspy voice and it sounds like someone who has been screaming for days, whose voice is just completely
Our little plant baby's going to
Lost.
come out of him because that's going to be awful.
Probably.
just
All right. So let's go in that direction.
Follow the voice.
okay.
Follow the creepy voice, probably to our dice.
So you follow the voice. You see a female Lashunta kind of laying in this clearing. Just sort of very, weak looking, minimal movement, and, just kind of with raspy breaths, calling out for, any type of help or for, just. So, paint a picture. We've got a clearing.
Who's got
We've got
good medicine skill?
Female
I do.
Lashunta,
10.
just take me already.
All right.
Just
So what I say is,
help.
you go.
I got a little bit.
Let's have you go. You have a sniper rifle, right? Stay in the tree line, and then me and
Zenka.
will go with you, and we'll just watch your flanks.
All right.
Okay.
So who's approaching the Lashunta?
Me.
Okay.
And,
you're-
and then we're like
You know,
15
I am-
feet off
everyone
to the
else is
side,
paranoid
flanking. He's
enough
in the trees with his sniper rifle.
For the moment, until I know that she's safe and she's not a decoy, I'm going to walk up with him, just in case.
Okay.
So you'd rather be bodyguard than sniper.
Right now, I don't trust anybody,
That's
and this would be a really good way to ambush some hero types.
Okay. That's fair.
So
It would be.
you've got
Be a stupidly good way.
so there's a Lashunta.
I'll have my
Lying
rifle
there.
ready.
Does she look familiar? Because then we see a picture of the Lashunta doctor back at the university.
Dr. Solstrani
Yeah.
was actually a Kasatha.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
So racist.
They all look the same.
So I mean, Lashunta and Castrovel. It's so she's kind of laying there, and she sees somebody approach, and you can kind of see that, like sort of that reactionary tense up, like she's trying to defend herself, but also with so little energy that it's taking a lot of effort just to like get her head up a little bit.
All right.
She got a giant thorn in her.
What are you doing here?
We heard you moaning, and we figured we would see what was going on.
Yeah, you come here to kill me.
No.
Do we have a reason to?
Well, the Devourer will take us all eventually.
Oh, she's
nut
crazy.
job.
She's crazy.
I wanted to like her.
Yeah, me too.
You can tell that her threats are pretty feeble. Like, anyone have a sense motive?
Technically.
I can roll it.
I can roll a 20 then.
Oh, 1. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Devourer is like right behind me right now.
You got a
22 is.
22.
I rolled a 20.
I have
3.
points in it, but I only rolled
It turns
4, so
green
10.
when you rolled up.
A 22 is going to tell you that her talk about the Devourer is more coached sort of mysticism versus an actual like devotion to this.
She is a cultist, and she is parroting what she believes in an attempt to stay her own faith.
Okay. This is like
Either that or she's brainwashed.
Little column A, little column B.
it's
It's just like we're for
cultist
GameStop.
version of now I lay me down to sleep. Well, do you feel like being taken today?
I've been ready for 3 days now.
Would you like to?
keeping me alive. I don't know why.
What?
Well,
Whoa.
you're here.
What
What
is
is
you
keeping
alive?
you alive?
Creature.
What's it look like? It a tentacle dog?
Yeah, she'll describe the ksarik.
Oh snap!
Uh-oh.
It
She
shot
about to
me.
she about to have plant babies come out of her.
It shot me.
It's,
She
it's,
kind of glances down her leg, and you can see that, like, there's still fragments of one of those thorns.
You
in
totally
her
called
leg.
it.
Yeah.
Does anyone have medicine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like us all
Or
to
I'll
roll
go ahead and
that?
say survival, either or.
I had a terrible roll. 13.
Wow.
Dice is.
Do we have an appropriate kit for this?
We have med.
Yeah, didn't we pull in and buy?
Hold on, because I have like the random
So
things that we
then
held
here,
on to.
with the med kit, I can hit pretty good. I rolled a 19 plus 7.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this was mainly just to identify what's going on. She's been shot by one of those thorns. You've seen
Yeah.
the thorns.
She's got plant babies.
And if you had to
Yeah.
assume where she is on the disease track, she's at bedridden, which is one step away from comatose, which is when the bad stuff happens. So
All right.
without any type of care or anything like that, she's probably got less than 24 hours before these things pop out.
Sweet.
If I
you
give
don't
her-
believe she's got the hit points to survive it.
If I give her an antitoxin, will it help her recover?
What does an antitoxin do? Because this is a disease, not a poison.
Well,
Yeah.
Let me look it up, and
So
I'll let you
let's
know.
see where the devil's.
Can we treat it like a snake bite and suck the babies out of the wound?
That's
That's all on you.
Well, essentially,
that's the most disturbing thing I've ever heard.
I mean, don't.
Oddly enough,
don't
I
do
think
that.
my brother also has an anime like that.
Oh no.
I think
Baby
there's some,
sucker extreme.
I think there's something in the med kit for that. If not,
Your brother
Well-
needs to watch more Zoe.
Yeah.
Maybe this is all Zoe approved anime.
So
okay. So the treat disease.
Zoe approved. It's got a little animated.
Yeah.
Finger guns. Yes.
So with the treat disease part of the medicine skill, you can use a med kit, take 10 minutes, and you can attempt to assist it with the saving throw, essentially. You make a medicine check. If your result exceeds the disease's DC, they get a +4 on their saving throw.
And they get to make like an immediate check.
Well, it's when they make the check.
Okay.
No, it's just antitoxins, just poisons.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the treatment you can do whenever, but it's the medicine check happens when it makes
Okay.
the save.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah.
she's down hit points, that's something we can help with too. I would imagine.
Should be able to.
Because we have the kit for treat deadly wounds, right?
Yeah, it's the same med kit,
Yeah.
and there's not like uses or anything, so it's literally just pull out the first aid kit.
All right.
Does anyone have remove affliction? It's a stretch on that.
No, that's a mystic spell.
Gotcha.
That's a mystic spell, and I don't have
So-
that spell list.
This book has a feat in it that lets you, basically, it's a spell hack that lets you put mystic spells on your Technomancer list.
I might have to take a look at that, because that might be useful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a lot of them, but I would like...
A handful of them.
I'd like a couple. I'd like Mystic Cure. Mystic Cure would be nice. You said this is a feat?
Curing an affliction. Diseases, drugs, and poisons can be cured if they are treated before the victim reaches the end state. In the case of a disease, the victim must fulfill the conditions in the disease's cure entry. Each time she does so, she moves one step back toward healthy. Once she reaches healthy, she is cured. Poisons and drugs work differently. Fulfilling the cure condition removes a poison from the victim's system, but she remains at the same step on the track and recovers gradually. For each day of bed rest, the victim moves one step towards healthy. But we're not dealing with poisons or anything like that. That's curses. So essentially, she's currently bedridden. If you are able to get the 2 consecutive saves...
I'm going to tell her that I once too was led astray and making bad choices, and then I found Samurai, and that we will save her if she gives up her abominable faith and stops killing people, because I'm sure that's a part of her faith.
That's probably...
If your
You
faith
know,
is
I
about
don't
murder
know-
kill, maybe you should rethink your faith.
Yeah.
I
mean, we're going to help her anyways, but I'm offering her redemption, which
Yeah.
is totally a Samurai thing.
No, I get it. And Cyna is totally confused. Every time this
she'll,
comes out of you.
Wait a minute, what?
She'll look and say, if you want to help, I'm not going to turn it down. I just got into this cult because I was broke. I was
Let me
alone.
look at a thing, because I think I found what...
All right.
So doomsday cults are paying well nowadays, huh?
It was better than the alternative.
Okay, well, I'm going to help you, and then you're going to go join the Church of Sarenrae. At the Sun, it's warm there.
You know, it's not an either or. She does have choices.
I'm going to help her anyway.
She has no choice right now, but we're going to give her one.
going to help her anyway, shut up.
So, would we like to help her?
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you roll and I'll assist.
What am I rolling?
The
Medical?
medicine.
Okay. Let's
Yeah,
roll
I
high
see
then.
So you're trying to
I
hit the DC of the disease,
All right.
right?
I could assist, but
Yes.
you know
What
what?
is the
I
DC
think
of that?
I will actually go
Probably like
and
15, something like that.
and while this is happening, I'm going to go on Overwatch.
Do we get a bonus for a med pack?
It doesn't give you the bonus. It gives you the
lets you
ability
do it.
to make...
Just do it. Okay.
Yeah,
got
it gives you
I
the ability
assist.
to
Just-
make the DC.
All right, I got
roll-
a plus 10.
I
got
roll.
this.
I roll 10, so I give you the assist.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see here. Can I assist? Yes.
Oh, I got 14 Plus, I guess their assists.
So that's 18 total.
I got a solder sucker out of an engineering kit somewhere.
That is sufficient.
Okay. Sweet.
Quick.
So she.
Do you have a pen? We need to do an emergency tracheotomy.
So
No, we got to
she-
suck little plant babies
Breathe.
out.
Well, now you can
were
breathe
gonna use
better.
Quick. Do you have a kazoo? We need to do an emergency tracheotomy.
So she gets a +4 to her fortitude saves. For
Yes.
Yes, she gets the the +4.
Those were good rolls. So she is no longer bedridden.
Nice.
Solid.
However,
Does this creature come out and all mad because we took out his plant babies?
well, we'll get there.
That's why I always carry Plan B with you, woman.
So she is no longer bedridden. She moves towards cured. So the next step is debilitated. Strenuous
That
actions.
ain't good.
Yeah, strenuous actions cause the victim pain. If she takes a standard action, she immediately loses 1 hit point.
If we take her with us, how much does it slow us down?
Well, I mean, she could, if she gets,
She gets her move speed.
yeah, I mean,
And
if
you
she could
guys
get
aren't-
move actions.
And you guys
Right.
aren't forced marching. She'll just be in pain during sort of
Okay.
the harder marches.
Okay.
I'll
'Cause-
say that if we, I'll say that you could, with an increase to your DC to survival, you can still go the same speed. Basically, the increase of survival is going to account for picking easier routes for
Okay.
her to be able to take, or different shortcuts that are going to be more manageable.
Right.
I mean, that sounds good. We got to give this chick a chance at redemption. Plus, it'd be useful if we come across a doomsday cult in the middle of this here jungle and she's all like, it's cool, they're with us, or something. Or she's all like, yeah, these fools sleep at this time, and then we can stroll up on them and just murder sleep them all.
Okay.
like murder sleep.
Yeah, before we have to fight a
Right.
doomsday
Were we-
cult face to face.
Because murder is a valid prefix in our
Were we
language.
doing the treat deadly wounds thing on her to try and give her a couple more hit points back?
It
or-
is.
Okay. That is a DC 25. If you hit 30, you get to add your intelligence to the. Amount of hit
We'll
points you
say
have.
that her hit points are fine.
Oh, okay.
It's just as long as you guys aren't making her do anything strenuous, she should be fine.
Yeah, doctor's order is nothing more than a move action.
And then what I'll say is, if for whatever reason you don't hit the higher survival, you guys can potentially push her and she would take damage.
Okay. I mean, we're treating her anyways.
Yeah. So, let's...
So while this is going on, so are you from around here? I mean, tell us about this destroyer cult thing. I mean, do they live around here?
1 second. Let's see. Can you make a diplomacy check?
Sure. I can be nice when I have to.
Woo! I'm glad somebody can.
16.
16.
Intimidate her.
Yeah, she'll be able to answer some of your questions.
I'm not trying to convert her. Well, okay, I might convert her away from destroyer cult, but I'm not going to set her path.
Well, I mean, she can choose however she wants, but the Goddess of Redemption, pretty good when you used to be in a doomsday cult. Pretty good.
You know, anything is good when you were in a doomsday cult.
I mean,
She'll
Like a job at McDonald's.
she'll ask for a little bit of water. She is hoarse. She probably could use it.
not unless you're poisoning the food at
you give her some
McDonald's
water.
as part of your doomsday cult.
That happened once, and it was a salad bar in Texas.
She coughs a little bit, sputters. I've just recently joined.
They were recruiting at my local
There's-
YMCA.
Well, the drift rock at Absalom Station caught their attention recently.
Why is that? Not that I know anything about that drift rock.
They believe it's part of an ancient super weapon.
Why would they think that?
Just being pretty blunt there with with the questions.
Yeah, diplomacy, not really my thing.
Well, the look on your face when you said that is something that the listeners are definitely missing.
No, I feel like the look on the face just kind of came over in the voice. That was totally.
You could hear it. So your question was, why would they think that?
Yeah.
There was...
Yeah.
Tauman said that he had seen these visions, that he had read research from this guy named Zahn, that there's somebody at the university that they kidnapped that knew about this ancient Elvish civilization. There's connections. I don't know all of them.
I heard some words there I recognized.
All of these bastards that we're following, are they part of this doomsday thing?
Probably.
Most of them.
So were you part of them? I mean, you were with that group?
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right. So this guy that had visions, what's he like?
He's connected spiritually. He knows magic.
Transdimensional Pesh, I got you.
I don't know. The way Ion looks, he might be attracted.
To dying people.
Well, that is...
It's left over from my old life, okay? It's hard to change.
As you're having this heart-to-heart,
You enjoy what you enjoy.
we'll say that
As long as you are two consenting adults.
Rakawi is laying like over there. If people would like to place themselves around Rakawi, I'll write that here.
All right, I'm going to put myself up on a rock or something. Is that a stump nearby?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put you up behind it.
Yeah.
So as that's happening, this creature will, sure, make its approach.
Finally!
Now that you've finally taken the bait,
Ha! Bam, 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 bam!
what a shock!
Worst ambush predator ever! Bam, 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 bam!
All right, so everybody roll initiative.
Been waiting for this all day.
Oh my god. I'm supposed to telegraph your master plan.
Okay. Title music provided by Overclocked Remix and created by CFX. Find more great classic game remixes at ocremix.com. Ambient music provided by Tabletop Audio. Original 10-minute ambiances and music for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.